What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, it is Wednesday, August 26th. It has been a couple of days since Apple released iOS 27 Beta 7, and we have a couple of takeaways. Spoiler alert, long story short, this is definitely the best beta to date as far as performance, battery life, and all things go for iOS. If you missed our first video, let's go to Settings, General, About, and then looking at iOS 27 Beta 7, you can see we have a full build number of 24A5452A. This A signifies that, yes, we are nearing the end of the beta cycle. Most likely we'll see one more regular beta, then the RC. We'll have to see, but we are getting very close to a final release schedule, and we'll talk about that here in a second again. But as far as how everything's operated, take a look at just how quick and smooth iOS is with this latest beta. Liquid glass looks good. Everything just kind of flies along as you've come to expect with iOS. I haven't seen a single dropped frame rate or even any hindrance or glitchiness as I was seeing in prior betas. It's actually pretty impressive just how smooth this is being, from launching apps to using the new Siri and everything in between. And to show you how quick Siri's been on this beta, take a look at this. When is the next Jaguars home game?
The Jaguars take on the Buccaneers on Friday.
What's the least expensive ticket to get?
Tickets for the Jaguars versus Buccaneers game started around $33 to $38, depending on the ticketing platform.
Who's the best player on the Bucs?
Giannis Antetokounmpo is widely considered the best player on the Milwaukee Bucks.
So you can see it actually thought we were talking about basketball from football in the actual context of our conversation. While that could have been on me for not saying Buccaneers, you can see how easy it still can get confused on small tasks, but how quick the follow-ups are and the answers are very, very impressive. If we jump in to Clash Royale, like we like to talk about, this is a game that always is heavy on RAM usage, but memory is actually very, very well managed on Beta 7. As you can see here, let's go ahead and go down. Get a couple of free cards here. Let's go ahead and just jump around in here. Scroll. Close this out. Go back into stocks. Look at a couple articles here. Let's go into music. Jump around. Camera. Let's go ahead and go into freeform. And now let's go back to Clash, and you can see it did not crash and need to refresh. This is good to see, and this time it has been consistent. Unlike some prior betas where this was the case, it is actually sticking around and working very well the entirety of the time. Now, also, if you are a big Geekbench fan, we did run some scores here. This is Geekbench 6, where we got a 3687 single and a 9293 multi-core. And as you can see, historically, it is right on par with what we've seen, a little lower single core from Beta 7. However, it is still right with everything it's been recently. And then if you want to see the new Geekbench 7 scores, you can see we did get a 3190 and an 8672, which, as you can see, again, is right in line with the past performance on the betas. What's interesting here is on Geekbench 7, single core is actually higher than the prior one, unlike on Geekbench 6, where it's actually a lower score. So just something to take into consideration and think about. But again, it has been working very smooth, from gaming to playing music to streaming content to FaceTime to battery life. And one other thing I want to talk about, speaking of battery life here, is the battery health. After this entire cycle on iOS 27, you can see we're almost going to be coming close to only a 92% max capacity. I would say this is going to drop probably to 91 or even 90 by the time the iPhone 18 series comes out with 333 cycle counts. So again, this is still very, very respectable considering how it was with the iPhone 15, where it was just horrible battery life. 16 improved on that, and the 17 series even further. So definitely nice to see as that goes. And now let's talk about what to expect. So in our video on Monday, we talked about possibly skipping this next week for a beta. I still think that's going to be the case, but if you do look historically, we have always usually gotten an 8th or ninth beta in the most recent years. So it's possible we get another A build here on Monday, and then possibly the RC the week of the 7th or the week of the 14th. Keep in mind here, the week of the 7th is a holiday. It's Labor Day here in the US, so we might not get any other releases that week, or if we do, it could be pushed a few days. Now, also having said that, historically, we do get an announcement for when Apple will hold its fall event for the new iPhone and Apple Watches. So I'm assuming we could see this as soon as today or the next couple of days. Usually it is always before the end of August. That only gives Apple 4 more business days to make that announcement. We'll have to see exactly what happens. But again, Beta 7 for iOS 27 is definitely good. If you're not in the public developer program, join it. This is the one to use. It is very stable again, haven't had any springboard crashes, great battery life, and it is actually good to go. Let me know in the comments down below, what phone are you running iOS 27 on, and are you actually enjoying the experience? Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.